Right here, 30 seconds left on the clock, and it looks like BC was able to bring it back and leave it to only right now, as I said, at 30 seconds left, only up. I mean, they're actually tied right now, 64-64. So it's not looking good for them.
It's literally mathematically impossible, I believe, at this point for them to win.
No, you're absolutely right.
Taking it down to 12 seconds now.
12 seconds.
They almost sound defeated, man. One thing I tell you is that I'm going to get my teammates in and say, okay, when we lost this game, we really got to get out firing. You know, we are known to be the hype squad of this event right now. We've established ourselves as being loud in the warm-ups and the early game. We have to make sure that we're doing the same thing, especially going into this next game.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's the cool thing about number one, pool play, as well as like not like a one and done. I know for me personally, I like playing one and done just because I don't like I guess going for like 3 games if one was to win the first round, second round. But that's the good thing about pool play. They're going to be playing pool play first, and also one of the things is that this pool play, it's only to just, I guess, determine what seed you are. So you're not going to be out of the tournament. So even if you place last seed or first seed, you're still going to be in the tournament, and that's one of the cool things about it. And right now, I mean, some of the teams might not be playing that hard because this really isn't for the money at this point. This is just for seeding.
Yeah, so I think that's exactly why I went for a team like Karizma, you've established yourself as the loud squad. You're the one in here yelling at these other players. So one thing you got to make sure is that if you're losing these pool play matches, is that it's no big deal. You just got to brush it off and say, okay, we're going to come in just as hard in the next game type. Obviously, that game type might not have been that strong, but I would love to see them going into S&D on Sovereign. I know that Sovereign is one of their better game types from watching them play. So I'd love to just see them kind of take control, know that this game type is going to be a little bit slower, but really just show their dominance. And I know that when you get loud against certain competitors, I know some of these players, it's their first tournament. Sometimes when you get loud and you start yelling at a certain player, they kind of shut down. So I'd like to see them kind of try to take one of those players out.
And I saw a lot of that in UMG Philly. I attended UMG Philly just as a spectator. But I would see like some of these teams would get so loud and like they would just like yell at the other team, and it would like bring like you could see like their composure, like they were going from like a pretty good game face, and it kind of moved to like kind of like maybe not sad but maybe discouraged a little bit.
You can see the fear in their eyes.
Yeah, and that was the thing. But the thing is about as far as like trash talk is concerned, I think it's just kind of like a win-lose. I mean,
it definitely could be.
Example, let's just say you're playing a search and destroy game, and let's say it's 4-4. It's best of 6. So it's 4-4. You win the next round, and you go with 5-4, and then you're like, oh, you suck, you whatever they call each other nowadays. I haven't really been listening too much, but when that happens, I mean, you can be like, oh my God, you suck and stuff. And once they do that, and then the players like, if the opposite team comes back and wins the entire thing, you kind of just look dumb. Like that's the thing about trash talk.
And see, that's really with any situation though. When you're trash talking, you have to know when you're okay to trash talk and when is not an okay to trash talk. So if my team is losing, regardless of how well I'm doing, sometimes that's not the best idea. But I can't say that I've never trash talked when my team is losing, because I have. But sometimes you just got to be the one. You know, sometimes you have certain players that just provide the energy, and you have to do that for your team. Some people getting hype makes their teammates play better. So if they're that type of team, then I say they need to go for it. And it seems like that's what they've communicated to each other, and they know that, and they expect that from them. But definitely, I've had teammates in the past that didn't like it, so I just kind of didn't do it at all. So really, it just depends on what type of team, what you guys feed off of, I guess. Is the big
I mean, really, I think you have to have at least one hype man in the group, because if you're just like,
I agree.
There's specific teams that are good if you're just completely quiet, but the thing is like, if you're just completely quiet, like you can just be sitting there, and then the other team would just like bashing you over and over and over and over, and that's just number one not good.
All it takes is for one player to break.
Exactly. So I mean, if you have at least one hype man, it definitely might be the difference between you either winning or losing, because it gets them hyped up. Let's just say you win a search and destroy match, or like the first round of Dom, first round of Blitz or whatever. You're like, come on guys, we got this. Just keep doing the same thing, and then that's what gets the people motivated. I mean, that's one of the main factors of either winning or losing.
Yep. So going into the second game will be S&D Sovereign. Before we jump in there, for those of you just joining us, welcome. This is Gamer Nation Knoxville. I am Valen here with Aaron FPS. For those of you just joining, like I said, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our sponsors: BenQ, Iron Gaming, Elgato, 812 Hertz Energy Gum, Opponentware, Insight Designs, and Irate Designs. For you guys, we are actually giving away some items. One thing that we went ahead and showed everybody was the Iron Gaming t-shirt. The requirements are that anytime this weekend, we'll announce the winners some point tomorrow. Anytime this weekend, you'll hashtag GNKnoxville, hashtag IG giveaway for your Iron Gaming t-shirt. We also have an Elgato t-shirt, our Gamer Nation t-shirts.
Yeah, guys, we have so much stuff to give away from you to you guys.
Case of 812 effective.
So
let me tell you, it is effective.
Definitely. I mean, having a couple before casting is definitely going to give us that little bit that we need to cast.
Definitely woke me up. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So if you didn't catch, of course, we're just going to go ahead and give away the Iron Gaming t-shirt. So all you have to do, we already did this one, but we do have a lot of Iron Gaming t-shirts. So what we're going to do is, like he was saying, you have to make sure to follow, go to Twitter, at Iron Gaming. You're going to go ahead and follow them on Twitter. You're going to go ahead and hashtag GNKnoxville, and then hashtag IG giveaway for Iron Gaming giveaway. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick a random person. We'll search the hashtag IG giveaway. Once we do that, we'll go ahead and put it like in a random generator, and it'll pick a random tweet. So you can enter as many times as you want in each of these, and you can also, enter in different ones multiple times. So you can have like multiple chances to win, and it's going to be to give back to you guys. So like he was saying, we got t-shirts for GN. We have GN t-shirts as well as Iron Gaming t-shirts. We have Elgato t-shirts, and as well as the 812 whole packets, not just the individual packets of like two tablets.
You're not just winning this. You're not just winning.
You're winning the entire
thing.
So that's gonna be a good thing for you guys as well. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of giveaways for you guys.
Actually, so I really love the fact that everybody here is so informative. Like to kind of get back on track, I've been talking to everybody, asking so many questions, and everybody's been really, really helpful. So going into it, I can't really say that I have a favorite, but I know that we do have a pro player in the house, Sharp from Team Caliber. So you guys will be seeing him a little bit later. I don't know if their team name is Team Caliber here. I don't think it is.
Well, no, here, no, it's not. It's because it's only going to be him from it. I don't know exactly what team he is on, but I'm sure we'll figure out later. Like, actually, in UMG Philly, I don't know if you're watching like the highlights or whatever from it, or if you're watching it live. He was using the name Sharpisha.
Sharpisha?
Yeah.
Sharpisha?
And he was using Sharpisha. So, it made me laugh, and there was like a bunch of like pictures made about it. It was like, it had like his face on that video. I thought it was pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
But he is going to be the only pro player in today. I don't know if there's going to be any other days, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into the next game as soon as possible.
So this is the opener for Gamer Nation. This is the 2014 opener at Battlefield Knoxville. If you are in the Knoxville area, please come in, stop by, partake in the goodies, because we are going to be having a blast this weekend. We're just getting started, just getting kicked off here with this pool play. So one thing that I want to talk about is, do you have any preferences? So at the start of a search and destroy, because that's the next game type we're going into, S&D on Sovereign, is there any? I know that we talked a little bit before the stream about what your preferences were at the start of this game type, but while playing it, do you prefer? I know a big thing is like subs and ARs and the 3-to-1 or the 2-2 ratio. What do you prefer? Not necessarily in player roles, but just starting
as
off.
far, I don't know, I guess when I see a player, or when I'm playing specifically, I like to see a lot of rushing, and me personally, I'm a rushing guy. I don't really like to stay
You're
back.
a Russian guy?
No, I'm not a. I'm a Russian now.
I'm
not a Russian guy. But I like to.
This is now Russian broadcast.
I don't think I could do it for that one.
I could.
I don't think I could. But anyway, so yeah, going into the search and destroy, I like to rush. But the thing is my gun skill is okay. So if I was to, let's just say I have like an MTAR and I'm running underground, trying to go for like an early pick, I'm probably gonna get taken out by somebody that is either running some other kind of gun that's already posted up waiting for me.
It could literally be any other kind of gun.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like I was gonna say 50-50 shot whether I would win that gunfight, but I think it would be probably more of like an 80-20.
I love how you're just taking yourself down a peg with every word as we speak.
I'm a caster. I'm not necessarily a player in any shape or form. I wish I could, because I love playing, but number one, I'm not good enough to be picked up by any teams, and number two, I really enjoy. I just like casting a lot. So hey,
okay,
I like casting.
I'll stop attacking you. I'll stop. That is too funny. All right, so I believe we're getting ready to start up this match here.
You heard my opinions about Search and Destroy, what I like to do at first. Oh, and I guess to answer your question, I do like to use submachine guns on mostly everything, just because like I said, I like to rush a lot. So you personally, what do you like on Search and Destroy going off?
Preferably, I prefer to run subs. I think it's just like you said, just being more aggressive, just being more Russian is what I prefer to do. But I really prefer after playing the game type a couple of times, I really like pushing green.
Green?
Green. I like green street. I think it is more open, but I do like pushing. I know both sides has its advantages, but I know that the typical thing is to have throw two people take each side.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like pushing green as a personal preference. But let's see what the I don't know who you wanting to start off with.
I don't know. You see, Karizma did really good in the last one. They didn't take the map. I mean, throughout
they're gonna have to come out if they're gonna win this. They're gonna have to come out
exactly,
hot.
And that's one of the things that you have to watch with each of these players is just that. How do you come off the map? And even though that they did lose the last one, Karizma did. Just coming off and having like that first spot and even that first, even that first round win is something that's going to propel them in the upward direction, definitely.
Yep. So one guy that was really hot on the UC squad was Cyclone. So if we're going to start off on that UC squad, I'd like to see Cyclone and what he's going to do off the start.
And no problem, we will go ahead and watch Cyclone, as I actually wanted to see what each of these players are doing. And right here, it looks like the UC squad is utilizing the 1 AR to the 3 submachine gun kind of ratio. And like I was telling you before this, we were going through a couple matches, and I said 1 person goes underground and 3 go over to this A-bomb, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're going to go over for this A-bomb and play it a little bit safe to make sure that they don't make any like early, just maybe like their heads going across like the wall or anything like that, just so they can maybe
really
try to.
Exactly. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good. You're good.
I love this play by UC. They came out and they were incredibly passive, taking this very, very slow. And like I said, that's what I love about competitive Call of Duty right now is that it changes. It swings so much. So I love that they're doing this. You're kind of getting the same thing from the other squad as well. I noticed that Drink E-Girls hit me up. Actually, did try to jump on the robot and ride it.
Yeah, you can actually do that. Like
That's
you can ride it, you pretty cool. But if you guys look at the mini map right now, really no motion whatsoever. And as soon as that bomb does go down at the A bomb, that's when the opposite team. That's when, of course, this Karizma side is going to have to try to figure out what to do. No kills yet. Actually, 1 player does go. That's Drank E-Girls hit me up does go down, as well as another player Guam goes down, and as well as Kors the God go down. So right now is a 4v1 situation, 4v3 situation, and Prefix
now
looking
up.
good.
And you imagine that once you get down to that 1 player left, it's kind of a convergence type thing. It's just to all go and just make sure that we get this kill. That's definitely what they did as they pick up the kill on the Prefix and go up 1-0 in this SND on Sovereign. So I got to say that probably wasn't the best start for Karizma.
Definitely not the best start, but I think the thing is that both of these teams are playing very, very similar, both very passive teams, and I think that's kind of what you got to do in Search and Destroy. Some people do like to rush, and some do like to play passive, and it looks like both these teams are taking that passive route.
I noticed that a lot of sub players tend to take this route that the Prefix as at lockers right now, kind of hard scoping, expecting somebody to cut the corner here, and looks like he's going to actually get taken out by Scruffy. That AR sitting up on blue catwalk.
Yeah, so I'm going to actually be watching Guam, and he is the bomb carrier, so he's going to go ahead and make some kind of decision with 50 minutes left. So he's probably going to go ahead and go put it down at this B-bomb site. He really wouldn't have enough time. Oh, he might have seen somebody, might go in for that fake bomb plan, but it looks like on the opposite team right here. I don't know who it is right there. Oh, he gets taken out by somebody over on the catwalk. Really great plays by him, and now they know that they're going to go ahead and have to put that bomb down at the B-bomb site. But the thing is that they're going to have to really, just with a little bit of time left, Frost UC is actually going to go down, Scruffy being the last one on his team, so it is going to be a 1v2 situation, and the bomb needs to go down.
See if Kors can make a play here. As he picks up the bomb, he's going to try to get this quick plant right now. Scruffy moving in on him.
Oh!
Wow.
That is absolutely ridiculous. I was watching Scruffy, and
That
the
was
thing
an
that
incredible
Coors,
play.
what Coors did is he went in for that bomb plan, and he kind of faked it a little bit. He stopped it so maybe if somebody was sound whoring, he might be able to hear him actually click the buttons. He did, but he did come off the bomb plan, and that kind of left it just kind of perfect for Scruffy.
That was
I don't
a
know.
heck of an engage by Scruffy. That was just a really good kill. So, I mean, UC making plays, man, and that's what it's got to come down to, right? Karizma has got to be able to step up, and Coors has to make that play next time. But